Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for coming
Absolutely. It's so wonderful to be out here with you.
to my new hood.
I know. Look at it. It's gorgeous out here. Well, Steve, it has been such an honor to know you all these years. It has been a joy, and you've been a fearless civil rights champion and leader, one of the fiercest advocates, not only here in the city of Philadelphia, but across the nation, for the rights of the disenfranchised, whether it is for people who of different abilities trying to find accessible sidewalks and safe streets, to fighting for immigration justice, civil rights laws, welfare rights, our schools, just, covering the gamut. And we're just going to be so excited to honor you in City Council with a resolution that talks about the history of your work. But in advance of that, I thought it would be fun just for us to have a conversation together about your life and about sort of your path and what you see and felt were like different roadmaps and like directions to push you on your path towards justice, and just really love it. So thank you.
My pleasure.
So one of the things that I thought we could start off with is just talking about the history of all the victories. I mean, are there any that particularly stand out to you, like victories that you are particularly proud of and felt were transformative?
Several. First, obviously, is the curb cut lawsuit.
Every time I pass one, I thank you.
Right. One, and that was because it's just symbolic, and you see it. And that victory actually got reproduced all over the country. The other case that was really, really important that people don't realize is when the ADA was passed in 1970, there was a provision in it that said that services had to be provided in the most integrated setting appropriate. And when I found this provision in the regulations, and I talked to the Department of Justice, they said, no. This was aspirational, not an entitlement. So I brought this case on behalf of a woman who actually, it was the Philadelphia nursing home. She had two teenage sons that lived 3 or 4 blocks from the Philadelphia nursing home, who visited her every day. And the only thing she wanted was to get out and get services in the community and live at home with them and see them graduate from high school. Well, at that time, this is 1995, 96, there were very, very few Medicaid services that were provided at home. And one of the things that I did was we brought this case, we lost in the district court, but then won in the circuit. And it was really, really important. I remember coming home and ringing the doorbell, and Barbara answered and said something like, "You won," it was called Helen lawsuit. I just burst out crying because I knew it was going to be a transformative national, much more, I think, than the curb cut actually lawsuit, because it really gave people the entitlement, the right to say that it was a civil rights statute, and not providing services in the most integrated setting was a violation of it. So now it's much more in the community. So it's really been terrific.
Incredible.
That was a very important decision.
And totally transformative because it brought people into a bigger fold, and all. So thank you. Incredible. Thank you for sharing that.